I'm nowhere close to a perfect man. 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 And it takes a supernatural love to even understand that beyond the walls, behind the mask and confident smile, was a broken man trying to grow up and make life worthwhile. And I know there were times that you probably shouldn't, but I thank you for always loving me. And I know anyone else, they probably wouldn't. So I thank you for always loving me. Now I know there were days I'd look at myself, I felt like less of a person compared to everyone else. What about this flaw? Too big, too small, can I exchange? And trying to make up for where I fell short, I let sin slip away. But when I look in the mirror and don't like what I see, oh, I just thank you for always loving me. And I know I get bad, but you wait patiently. Oh, I just thank you for always loving me. Oh, I just thank you for always loving me. But I wanna thank you for always loving me. So you just keep loving me, yeah. Loving me. You just keep loving me, yeah. And you don't let go, you just keep loving me, loving me. Oh, I just wanna thank you for always loving me. And though I know I don't have everything that it takes, you keep loving me. And regardless of every mistake that I make, you keep loving me. And it probably don't matter what I do or say, you keep loving me. Oh, and even with the pimples on my face, you keep loving me. See, you just keep loving me. Keep loving me. Loving me. Oh, I just wanna thank you for always loving me. Thank you for always loving me.
You wanted to know. DJ T.Y. in the mix. Now you know.
Alright, folks, you in the mix, DJ T.Y, man. As I said further ado, as we come back for the first break, let the folks know who we got on the show, man.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Tru Solider, man. Hailing from East Coast, East Coast, man. Baltimore, Maryland. What's up, everybody? God bless y'all.
Baltimore, Maryland, man. That's crazy. You know what's so funny about Baltimore, man? I'm a big fan of The Wire, man, and all I see is The Wire. So a couple years back, my wife had asked me if I wanted to move to Baltimore, and I was like, no, I watch too much TV.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, anyway, man, tell us a little bit about you, Tru Solider.
Yeah, man. Well, man, I'm a brother. Like I said, I come from Baltimore, Maryland, born and raised all my life. I definitely, lived in the streets. Found the Lord a little later in life, right around a lot of crossroads that everybody goes through. And, man, I was a kid that grew up. I loved music. I had a chance to play the trumpet, beatboxing on the street corners and rapping. And, so I was swept off my feet by hip-hop. Back in the, I would say like in the mid to late 80s, going into like the 90s, and then just, man, like tried all kinds of opportunities, did talent shows, got into drama and acting, so I have a little background with that. And music has always fascinated me since a young age, and it was also an outlet for me to voice my frustration, and if I was going through a lot of pain or hurt, it was a way to express and kind of, get in that hub and seek some restoration. So I just love music, play sports, love basketball, football, so I was just like a, innocent kid, man, just trying to, find my way through life, and, you always got something that you're going through, but it's good to be able to find those outlets you can tap into, and eventually, besides music and sports, I found God.
Okay, man, that's what's up. So, how about, did you grow up in church, or is this just, you just found God later in life and then came back to church?
Well, actually, no, I didn't grow up in church. Like I said, I was out in the streets. I had, parents, my grandparents, they were in the church, and just like basically through her prayers, through, other people that knew of me, praying for me, it kind of reached out to me, and through invitation, I heard about a summer camp in the neighborhood, and, I just kind of went to that raw motives, ladies and acting. But, God has a way of setting you up. He reached me, and through that, I met a guy named Matthew Smith, who became like my mentor, and through other mentors and other programs that really like helped me, gear me towards, learning about the truth of God and trying to get my life on track. So I thank God for that.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Okay, just tell me a little bit about the music, man, and how your style, man, came about.
Well, basically, I'm from the East Coast, and so I listen to a lot of East Coast kind of rap music. I like School J, Enemy, Tang, and just all kinds of different groups. And from that, I also listen to like pop music, and just listening to that R&B. I was raised on Anita Baker, the Vandross, things like that. And from the wide scope of music, I begin to format my style and what I like. So I like to blend in soulful styles, hip-hop, of course, gospel. I got into gospel later and got saved. But what some people didn't know about me, unless you kind of hung with me when I first gave my life to Christ, I threw away all my music. And what I started to do, I was listening to praise and worship music. So guys like Ron Canoli, Moen, that whole Hosanna Integrity movement, I was listening to during that, all that stuff. And so getting into the whole breadth of praise and worship and kind of like sustained my life with CCM music and stuff like that. And eventually later on, I got more into gospel and stuff. And kind of now, all those collages of music, jazz, all that, I just kind of helps format my style, what I like.
Well, okay, that's what's up, man. You kind of went the same road I went, man, when I first got saved, man. I was listening to, I told my man last time, I was listening to a One Trail track, and it had a cuss word in it, and I used to just fast forward to the cuss word and then listen to the rest of the track. And I would only listen to that one track, and then I got into Fred Ham and all these other guys and started listening to them. And then it was like a year or two later that I got into listening to CHS. I actually got into some crossover and then got into some Reach records, and then to just expand it from there. But how's the CHHC up in Baltimore, man?
Well, it's definitely popping, man. It's live. I mean, we have a lot of labels and artists that are really pushing. The community's growing. like last year we had a guys called 3HP Records. They tag teamed and brought together. I don't know if you're familiar with up in Bronx, New York. They have this event called the Rap Fest. And,
oh yeah.
Yeah, man. And so what ended up happening? Our brother Troy Edwards, he connected with Brother Bert from there and let him know like we want to do kind of like a pre-party kind of thing before that event on Saturday. And so they kind of threw on an event down here in the Baltimore area. And it brought like all the DMV artists together. So from Maryland, Maryland, DC, and Virginia are so close together, so we call it the DMV. And so basically, that brought all kinds of artists together. Some met for the first time. You know, collaborations came out of that. You know, unity, relationships was built. So, you know, we're just really trying to keep it moving and pressing in. And actually, it's funny you asked that, because before I even got on with you, I shouted out, you know, I couldn't get everybody, but I shouted out some people I know of in the area, you know, just to let them know, even though we, you know, we may not always run together or doing a lot of things, but we crossed paths at some point, we fellowshipped at some point, we recorded at some point, wrote a song together, prayed for one another, you know, so we're a family. So we're trying to create more unity. It's definitely growing out here.
That's what's up. Hey, we're going to head to a quick break, man. You told us that we in there breaking it down, man. When we come back. Hey, listen, before we come back to this, we have a question of the week, and I'm going to present it to Tru Solider, man, right now. We rotate the question of the week, but we're going to stay, since this is the week of the artist, man. I got a lot of interviews coming up. I'm going to keep this question of the week. So when we come back from the break, we'll get Tru Solider's answer to the question. And the question is, should Christians listen to the clean version of secular music? Now, don't answer right now, man. Hold that thought as we go to break. When we come back, man, we'll get to that question, and then we'll build upon that, all right?
All right, that's cool.
All right, man, y'all back to that Red Hour. DJ T-Walk, more music. Let's go.
Yo, what's good? It's your man Chris Cobbins, a.k.a. Mr. Late Bloom, and you were tuned in to the Ask For Me in My House mix show, hosted by DJ T-Walk of Alaska on ShakeTheEarthRadio.com.
Let us not grow weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not.
Baby, I'm not talking clearly or speak another language so they can't feel me. I know God says not to grow weary, but tell me why can't they hear me? Baby, I'm not talking clearly or speak another language so they can't feel me. I know God says not to grow weary, but tell me why can't they hear me?
I tried to witness, but the look in his eye says mind your business. So I try to walk away, but something in my spirit keeps telling me it's something that I gotta say. So I pull him to the side, look him in his eye, say one day you are going to die. I know the rough way to approach it. Believe me, I did try to sugarcoat it. I was like, hey homeboy, do you know the Lord? Do you know why he came? And do you know what he died for? And he was like, yeah. On the third day he rose, I hear this every year. Yeah, and you still ain't received it. You still won't believe there's a hell till you see it. I bought you a Bible and you still wouldn't read it. The worm never dies and you still wanna feed it. Why? Baby, I'm not talking clearly or speak another language so they can't feel me. I know God says not to grow weary, but tell me why can't they hear me? Baby, I'm not talking clearly or speak another language so they can't feel me. I know God says not to grow weary, but tell me why can't they hear me? I tried to witness, but the look in her eye says mind your business. So I go to wipe the dust off my Jordans, but something in my spirit says this soul here is important. And so I put